you're going to want to check off the service manual to see if your parts for the torque converter are working well is this is your right here. This is your stator shaft, and right under here is your inner collar. If you go to the service manual, it says assemble the stator shaft and the inner collar. Hold the inner collar and turn the stator shaft. The shaft should turn counterclockwise smoothly and should not turn clockwise. So same thing when I tried 2 days ago. Counterclockwise would turn smoothly, but when I came to do it clockwise, it would skip. So now I'll show you what I did, and it might not work for you, and it worked for me, so if you got nothing to lose, you might as well give it a try. This torque converter, I was thinking this is spinning and there's a lot of moving parts in there and it must have been dirty. So what I did is I took this bucket and I took the torque converter, I put it in the bottom of the bucket, and I filled it up with paint thinner. And then I just started shaking it, moving it around, turning it. Then I would drain it, but you'll see it's hard to drain. You kind of have to find a way for it to come out. It's going to be tricky. You'll turn it and then you'll move it kind of like this, and then like that, and then you got to shake it sometimes and it comes out. And a lot of dirt and grime and whatever grit came out, and then I washed it out again, and then I keep going like that. And then what I did is I took a compressor with some blown air and I blow it out, clean it up the most I can, and I put it back. I took off the solvent, cleaned this bucket out, put this in the bottom, and I poured some 10W Jazzo MA rated oil and let it soak for a while. And then I came back and then I turned it, and then I'm putting a lot of pressure right now and it's not going clockwise. So for me right now, this helps. And then another thing I did for the moving parts that are related to the torque converter, this is the stator shaft, they call it. And you're going to want to take these apart. This is your inner collar right here. And this is how it comes off. This goes here. So the inner collar, you've got this needle bearing right here, which is looks like that, and this turns. You got this washer. You got another needle bearing here. You got a little washer. You're going to want to dip that all in solvent. I took a 700 grit sandpaper, and then I started sanding a little bit of the gulling or the scorch or whatever. If you can see here, there's some lines or a little bit of mark of wear or maybe overheating, I don't know. And took that down, cleaned it, then oiled it. And then same thing for this stator shaft. This is how it goes. This bearing, this is the lockable bearing on the stator shaft. I took this out, sanded it around here, and then sanded also around here, around there, anywhere where I saw some marks. And this is how you put it together. So you're gonna, this is the bearing that goes inside here. Take that out, then you would take this off, and then you've got a bearing here, and then you've got another bearing here. Right, so use that like that, and then this one for the inner collar. you know, don't forget about this one. And then how you want to test it is this here is going to have to squeeze into here. And then it locks. So give it a try if you don't want to pay all that money, and yeah, if you appreciate this video, I'm glad it helped.